Northamptonshire, Thor.
From the halls of the Vikings comes the hammer of the gods.
Who are you hoping to get out first?
There's a spinner in there, Hell's Teeth.
Hell's Teeth.
I think we'll mash him up a bit
You want
first.
them out?
Yeah, and then we'll take care of the flipper after that.
Okay, the bad news is they're coming for you too.
Oh, right.
Good luck.
The fast explosive hammer is the main strength. 18 miles an hour means it is quick, 36 volt power with a Sremek, but thin armour could prove its weakness.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams. Hell's Teeth there on the left, captained by Shane Swan. Knight Raider on the right with George Towell captaining. And they're the Thor team, Jason Marston and Lee Cornish. In the arena for the House Robots, Mr. Psycho. And Sir Killer. Oh, the two heavyweight giants. Two robots survive this opening melee to march on. It looks tentative. Then down comes Thor's mighty hammer. Huge and powerful. Cracking down, looking to puncture Knight Raider, but actually missing at the moment. Knight Raider's got in too close to Thor. Now that's an interesting tactic, and I wonder whether or not Jason Marston and Lee Cornish will have learned from that. Just stay away a little bit from the opponents. Yep, I think they're trying to give themselves enough room to get the full power of the hammer down. Meanwhile, Hell's Teeth is in a little bit of trouble, getting quickly away there from the House Robots. Has Thor's hammer taken too much energy out of the machine? Knight Raider is pushing and shoving. Knight Raider 100 kilos. Level weight with Thor. To me, that hammer is getting weaker and weaker. Or is it? It's not causing too much damage though, is it? Hell's Teeth. Oh! Just nipping around and down comes the hammer of Mr. Psycho on Knight Raider. And interestingly, Knight Raider's armour plating is withstanding the punishment. Is it at the moment? It certainly looks to me as if it's okay. It's very heavily armoured, Knight Raider. Mr. Psycho's going to have another angle of attack. Get out of there, Knight Raider. It's still mobile and still trying to flip as well, Knight Raider. So the ref doesn't have to come in unless he wants to show some mercy, because Knight Raider is bearing the brunt here of the attack. George Towell, Trevor Holden and Nick Blackman, the Knight Raider team. Oh, their ball machine can't have much life left in it. After sustained attack by Mr. Psycho, Sir Killalot comes across. Hell's Teeth and Thor still moving. Hell's Teeth trying to get the rear, spinning this weapon into play. Poor old Knight Raider. Horrible punishment. They bravely tried to flip and keep moving, but in the end, Mr. Psycho did for them, and the ref bot comes in, and between Killalot and Mr. Psycho, Knight Raider are between a rock and a hard place, and they're out. Thor and Hell's Teeth fight on. Thor pushes into the pit release. Let me remind you that both these two surviving robots will fight on in round 2 of Heat 2 of the New Blood Championship. Now they are locked together, and there's Knight Raider in the horrible grip of Mr. Psycho. Don't get Mr. Psycho on that spinning disc on the arena floor. Heaven knows what might happen. He could end up back there in row L. Ooh, what a grisly thought. Not really, I was only joking. Down it comes. Oh, for safety, you know. There it is, Knight Raider, about to be floor flipped. Or smashed. Oh, please, put it out of its misery. Did so well. These are newcomers to Robot Wars, to the carnage. Now they know what to expect if they come back. If there's anything to bring back. Flipped. Bounces and crashes. And hits Mr. Psycho. We're having a laugh. Oh, I'll be crying. Good sports. But they'll play no further part.
Knight Raider, absolutely battered. Thor and Hell's Teeth, they go marching on.
Nice horns.
Thank you very much.
Now, rumour is rife in the pit that you guys are streets ahead before you've even got into the arena. Have these rumours reached you?
Well, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Go on, tell me.
We're supremely confident, I think.
Share the information.
By the opponent's Chip, they've got a damaged motor on their disc, so it's not spinning up to speed. Probably about half power, if that. So one good clout, and that'll be it, I think.
Don't let this lead to complacency. I've seen you doing your hair in the toilets when you should have been doing the engineering.
Chip.
What weaponry can they use? The front spikes then for Tom Ross up there in the control.
Thor.
Jason Marston and Lee Cornish, the Thor teammates, will have taken notice of the damage to Chip. They'll be favourites.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena, Growler with the jaws and hungry, and his owner, the very nice Mr. Psycho. Imagine having them living next door to you.
3, 2, 1. Debate.
Got to go with Thor here because I can't see what damage Chip can do. Thor's hammer didn't exactly look the most destructive, but it was persistent early on and raining a mighty blow down onto Chip that could have rendered Chip immobile with that first blow. I think it's knocked something loose. Yes, he agrees, Tom Ross. Chip is about to be fried. Down comes the hammer again of Thor. They're going nowhere. Chip here. Thor right onto the side. You could actually say it's like a chip on his shoulder. Well, no, probably you wouldn't. But anyway, Growler coming in on the attack. And Thor, forget about Chip. I've done that one. I've beaten that one. We'll take on Growler. Ill-advised. Oh, that's why. Growler hammering into Thor and squeezing it against the arena side wall. And Mr. Psycho's hammer on poor old Chip. Chip potatoes, mashed potatoes, we love them all. Sauté, away off the flame pit. Chip finished, and it was the first blow of Thor's mighty hammer that did the damage, but now, what damage has been sustained by Thor having rather rashly taken on Growler in a one-on-one? Top of your picture there, they're closing in on poor old Chip. Thor, is it moving freely? Can get up to 18 miles an hour. Presses the pit release. Whee! Mr. Psycho is very close. Good steering away by the house robot. He's horrible, isn't he? Come on, get down there. You'd never get him out. He'd be wedged in for eternity. And robot eternity is a long, long time. Growler on Chip, backs away. The ref box count is belated, let's be honest. We've seen what's happened to Chip a long while ago. They're out. Chip finished, and back to the kennel with Growler. The only thing that'll be left of that, little wood chips, I should imagine, in the very innards. If there is any wood in there, I'm not too sure. Certainly Growler has a wooden heart. Unfeeling. Whee, over they go. Chip bounces down. Straight from Growler to Mr. Psycho. Look at this teamwork here by the house robots. From the floor flipper, straight to Mr. Psycho. Having been put on the flipper by Growler. And we know what's going to happen here now. Down comes the hammer. Onto 100 kilos of what was once a hopeful robot machine. Poor old Tom Ross, a domestic gas engineer, looks on in dismay. Chip is a bit of a toy now for the dog, and eventually is dumped out of this new blood competition. Thor makes the Heat 2 final, and the gas engineer a wee bit deflated.
What utter carnage! Chip gets shocked. The mighty hammer of Thor through to the Heat final. Well, the mighty hammer of Thor.
Yeah.
How powerful is that thing?
It comes down about 60 miles an hour.
It's 20 kilos in weight, so when it comes down, it comes down with a big bang.
And then you wouldn't let it lie, would you?
No.
You know, you take them apart and then you have to go and have a go at growler, don't you?
Well, it seems a done thing, you know. You've got to get a bit of a name for yourself, and that's it. You know,
Well, he's a mean robot, though. He's got a long
very,
memory.
yeah.
I tell you what, though, you caught him on the arena wall, didn't you?
Yeah, balancing on top of the hammer, which is quite interesting.
Well, you couldn't move either. He sort of mounted you in many ways. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. What a robot. Let's hear it for Thor!
OK, Thor team, you're up against Edge Hog. Now, we've been thinking about it, and none of us can quite work out how Edge Hog's gone this far.
I think we're going to put a stop to him, though.
Well, if you can stand up to Growler, then I think you can probably stand up to Edge Hog.
The ultimate aim, of course, to win this New Blood Championship and get through to the 7th Wars, the 7th UK Championships. Jason and Lee, the Thor team.
Edge Hog.
Is it working to its full capacity? They've done very well to get it this far. Big Macclesfield Town FC fans.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for this heat final, Sergeant Bash for the House Robots, and Sir Killalot, mighty and menacing.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Refbot gives the green light. Edge Hog on the attack, but it has to stay away from that hammer. We've seen the explosive destructibility of the Thor hammer, not with a tentative blow like that. But if Jason and Lee can get its full effect, then I think Edge Hog will be a beaten team. But they're staying out of damage at the moment and staying out of reach. They're nagging away. Down comes the thunderous hammer of Thor. And again, bigger blow, but just glancing off the side of Edge Hog. This is an interesting Heat 2 final. Are they on the horns of a dilemma, the Thor team? Because if they can't get the hammer to work effectively, Edge Hog could well nag their way to victory. They're more persistent with their weaponry. That's a better blow from Thor. That had more might and meat about it. Edge Hog, their hammer's still coming down. Can they move? Yes, they're spinning. For a minute there, I thought they'd been immobilised, but they're okay. Bit groggy. Maddened again, jumping around like a startled frog. Edge Hog out there. Thor side by side, that's no good. Thor has to turn front on. Now comes in. Gets in underneath Edge Hog. We haven't seen that sort of attack by Thor before. Half a centimetre ground clearance from Edge Hog. That was all Thor needed to push it into the CPZ. Now Sir Killalot comes in. That could well be a decisive moment because Sir Killalot now has Edge Hog by the front fang and is teetering on the brink of oblivion right up on there on the arena sidewall. Sir Killalot in with another push. The Thor team look on from above. A blink and a wink from Edge Hog because they're frightened. They need to get out of the CPZ, but not like that. No, not in the claws of Sir Killalot. Thor watches on, saving energy. Edge Hog, upended, needs to use its weaponry to Southright. Down it comes. Well, Southright from there, I would have thought. Or will it? It used its axe a heck of a lot early on. Has that drained the power from the hammer? It can't Southright. I think we're near the end. Edge Hog on its side. Just about. Southrights, wearied though. They look on. Stephen, the captain, driver, builder, designer, weapon operator, knows his Edge Hog machine is about to be counted out. Terrific tenacity to get this far. But Thor is now the winner of this second heat of the New Blood Championship. Edge Hog battered into submission. Thor the victors, Edge Hog the vanquished. Pushed away now by Sir Killalot. Hit, pit, pit, they cry, or flip, 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 or hit, hit, hit. It doesn't matter, they want matching of some sorts, and they're going to get the flip, flip, flip of the floor flipper. Oh, look at the damage. Look at the damage on the side of Edge Hog. That's the first real picture we've seen of the damage sustained as it balanced down. A great rip on the side of Edge Hog. That's the pit release. And that's the graveyard of beaten machines.
Well, Edge Hog squashed in the road. The mighty Hammer of Thor goes storming into the finals. Guys, well, in your previous fight, that hammer was mighty. It was a bit ineffective there, I thought.
Yeah, we had a regulator go down just before we come out, so we were half power. But hopefully for the next fight we'll sort it, get it up to full power again.
Okay, the heat finals. You've got to go and repair that robot. You've got to get working up to full speed. Are you feeling confident?
If we can get the hammer back to full pressure, yeah, we could go all the way.
We like it when the hammer's at full pressure. You can feel the podium rocks as it comes crashing down. All right then, guys. Good luck for the final. Go ballistic for the mighty Thor!
From Kingsthorpe in Northamptonshire, Thor.
Could hammer a final nail in any coffin.
Are you going to be horns up for battle?
Yes,
Go on
definitely,
then.
definitely.
Go on then. I mean, you are God of Thunder, which really means that you should win this.
Yeah, they should bow down and worship their god, I think.
Do you reckon they will, though?
So we'll have to do it. We'll
When they're a
have to
bit
punish
cheeky.
them for being instant.
The hammer's the key. One blow can stop anything. 18 miles an hour, nippy, can self-right, good driving skills. Thin armour, though.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Thor team, Jason Marston and Lee Cornish. And the Storm 2 boys, Ed Hoppett, Andrew Rayner and Tim Bents. In the arena for the House Robots, Mr. Psycho. Alongside the hammer and the claw, the flamethrower of Sergeant Bash.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Thor coming out, looking to get that mighty first hammer blow in that has seen off opponents previously in this New Blood Championship at Storm 2. Very quick, 20-mile-an-hour top speeds. Nippy, we've likened him previously in this New Blood Championship to Tornado, the way it covers ground, looks for an opening, is persistent and dogged. They're driving Andrew Rayner, pushing into the side of Thor, not allowing Thor's weapon to get any purchase, any effect. That won't do Thor any good, simply slamming against the arena floor. And that's the potency of Storm 2. Had a full runner, cracked into Thor and left it rocking. Now can they follow up on that attack? Storm 2 dodges to one side. Thor has the hammer. Storm 2, the machine of Ed we just saw there, the team captain Ed Hobbit, has the brains, it would seem. What can Jason Marston and Lee Cornish do now? They're in real peril. Up and over Storm 2 after that slam, which has released the pit. Great driving by Storm 2. They got in underneath Thor on the edge of the pit now. Very, very close. They need to get away. Oh, they just do. One side of the pit, t'other the other. Now they're away and in freer ground. Thor, is there a problem with the CO2 bottle for the hammer? There is, it's leaking, the hammer is not working. Listen, you can see, or hear I should say, the rush of escaping gas out of the Thor bottle. The team's bottle won't have gone, the weaponry bottle has gone. Storm 2 in underneath Thor again. That great hiss was the vent of steam from the floor. I think it's very nearly all over for Thor, Storm 2. If they can finish this now, sure to go through. Unless they steer themselves into problems, they're steering Thor towards the pit. Slowly, inexorably. Pit, 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 cry the crowd. Thor holding on. Just about 100 kilos hanging in the breeze, and they're away again. What a fight this is. Both these machines worthy of a place in the UK Championships, the 7th Wars. That is the ultimate prize for the winner of New Blood, let me remind you. Storm 2, at the very start of these championships, didn't look anything out of the ordinary. How we were wrong. in underneath Thor again. Thor's 3 centimetre ground clearance. That is a problem. That needs to be addressed if they're to fight on in the future. Storm 2 again taking advantage, but I'll tell you what, they cannot finish Thor off. Could that be a problem for Storm should they come across better opposition? Will they even win this if it goes to the judges? Look, there's smoke coming off the arena floor as they try and bite in and get traction, and Thor is finishing the stronger here. Goes to the judges. They've a decision to make, I'll tell you. Pat on the back for the Storm 2 boys. Thor still confident, are they? I wonder.
What a right royal rumble! Who won? I don't know. We're going to have to go to the judges. And the judges have reached a decision. You know what they're looking at? Style, control, damage, and aggression. And I guess on all 4 points, they've gone for Storm! Guys, if that fight would have gone on any longer, I reckon you might have stolen it because you were coming back at the end.
Yeah, we were getting stronger towards the end. I think they were getting a bit tired.
Yeah.
We lost the hammer early on,
The
but
hammer early on, and even when the hammer was working, it still wasn't as sort of effective as it was in the earlier rounds.
yeah. Never mind. Yeah, we lost it.
You
early
said you were
on,
going to go and work on that and make it get, hard again, but what happened?
Yeah, I think they dislodged the pipe and we vented all the gas.
Yeah.
So no good.
But as the fight wore on, I mean, they were pushing you around, they were carrying you around on their shoulders. But as the fight sort of wore on, I don't know how you avoided the pit. You were almost in the pit a couple of times.
Good draw,
but as the fight wore on, you were coming back. You were getting stronger.
I mean, when we went toe to toe with them, we just had a little bit more grip, I think, what they could generate, and we just managed to push them.
Yeah.
We just couldn't quite get them in the right position to get them anywhere, So,
well, you're through to the playoffs anyway. You're going to fight for 3rd place.
Yep.
Your new kids on the block. Are you enjoying Robot Wars?
Yeah.
I loved it, yeah, really loved it.
Ladies and gentlemen, go ballistic for Thor!
Right, the Gods of Thunder are now playing for 3rd and 4th place. Sadly, you didn't make it to the top, mate.
Yeah.
It's a shame that, but
Yeah.
still, now you're up against a hunk of scrap metal.
Well, I wouldn't call it that.
Oh, no, that's what it is.
Oh.
It's a real hunk of scrap metal,
Well,
and it could chop you up.
Yeah, it's definitely got potential. And it's very armoured, very heavy armour on the top, so we'll struggle to get through that, I think.
Now, you lost all that gas. You had no working axe. What have you got now?
It's back at full power. In fact,
it?
a little bit more than full power.
Oh, is it?
So, yes.
You've
yeah.
cranked it up. Now the
Yeah.
stakes are higher.
And we're sharpened the end a little bit as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thor.
First into the arena then, the machine of Jason Marston, a builder by trade and a lead Cornish and office furniture fitter.
Cedric Slammer.
Team of Jason Alty, with him James and Michael. Jason designed and built and drives the machine. He's an electronics engineer.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Shunts with the bulldozer blades. And Mighty Growler.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Let loose the dogs of war. Thor on the attack on Cedric Slammer. Needs to be more accurate with that hammer when it does come down. If it catches another machine on a sweet spot, that's the end. It is hugely powerful, but Cedric Slammer working hard again. Didn't the team seem down and despondent after that controversial decision against Mute? Thor away. Cedric Slammer trying to get their flywheel weaponry, the spinning disc up to full speed. Thor lining up a hammer blow, but Cedric Slammer wisely keeping out of arm's length and harm's reach. Oh, and in comes Growler with a huge attack. Nearly took them both out. Crowd loved it. I think it's taken Cedric Slammer out. Very, very quick across the arena floor, Growler. Cedric Slammer finished. Slammed them onto the arena sidewall. Huge power from Growler. Cedric Slammer simply couldn't take that sort of weight and power at speed. I'm not surprised, are you? It looked horrible. Cedric Slammer counted out. They finished 4th in the New Blood Championship. Growler yawns. He's after Thor, who finished 3rd. Might stay out of trouble. They can, of course, live to fight another day and try to pre-qualify for Robot Wars, the 7th war, the next UK Championship. I'll remind you, the ultimate winners of this new blood has automatic entry to the 7th wars. That's some prize. Cedric Slammer about to be pitted by that evil cur. Down it goes. Growler backs away.
Cease.
Well done, Thor. Cedric Slammer, Thor all over.
Well, that's better,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
You got the hammer working again.
Yeah, a bit more power now, yeah.
We were saying that, you know, if you actually put a target on Cedric Slammer, you would have probably missed it with that hammer, though, wouldn't you?
Probably, yeah.
What is the problem with the accuracy of the hammer? Because
More driving. That's all it comes down to.
it's your driving, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it does seem slow to crank up, and then, but it does come down with an awful
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
sort of,
force.
you have to accelerate up because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
The initial start's quite slow, but when it gets sort of up past its halfway point, it's doing about 60 mile an hour. So.
You kids on the block, are you happy with how far you go?
Yeah, pretty chuffed actually. Yeah.
Are you disappointed that you couldn't just go one better, make it into the final?
We'd like to go to the final, yeah. No more.
Next time, eh?
Yep.
Just one more thing. What is under your hats?
A bald head.
Go on. Woo, and there. Give us a go with that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the mighty Thor! It just suits me, this.